What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video on my channel, Hairliciously. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe so that you guys are updated on my second hair transplant journey progress, as well as video topics covering current hair loss treatments in the pipeline. Also, check out my website, hairliciously.com, for all of your hair loss treatment needs, including microneedling and dermal rollers, my DHT blocking shampoo and serum, laser helmet, and my hair growth supplement. So I've actually been getting a tremendous amount of requests to cover the topic of exosomes for treating hair loss. And I've been kind of pushing it back for a few weeks, but today I'm finally going to discuss about exosomes in today's video. So, exosomes are membrane-bound extracellular vesicles that are internally coated with proteins, mRNAs, microRNA, and other substances that convey information to distant tissues. Scientists have actually known about exosomes for several decades, but recently there has been a huge explosion of research on this as scientists have discovered that exosomes may be the key in curing diseases through regenerative medicine. Now, exosomes have been found to play an important role in cancer immune surveillance and tumor escape by communicating with immune cells and cancer cells, and also for male and female sexual functioning and revitalization, joint regeneration, as well as wound healing and tissue repair. And equally just as important, exosomes have been recently used for the treatment of hair loss in both men and women, and also in helping promote and regrow miniaturized hair in balding individuals. So these exosomes are usually isolated from human amniotic mesenchymal stem cells and purified using proprietary processing. The benefit of exosomes is that they are stem cell derived and incredibly small and nimble, and it actually makes them able to carry multiple doses of proteins across barriers that cells are not able to get across. Now, a lot of you guys might think of exosomes similar to PRP. The difference between PRP and other stem cell treatments when compared with exosomes is that other treatments also, they do contain exosomes, but not nearly in the same concentration as processed exosome treatment. Exosomes contain far more proteins that have been proven to aid in hair growth than PRP and other stem cell treatments. And this is why exosomes are so important, because Wnt pathways, as you guys know, play a huge role in stimulating hair growth. Exosomes are cellular signalers, and they actually have the capability to directly encourage several signaling pathways, including Wnt signaling, while other stem cell treatments like PRP, what they do is they actually just invigorate the hair follicles with nutrient concentrates. So a good way to think about exosomes is kind of like PRP, but then it's like on steroids. There's numerous studies that show the positive efficacy of exosomes on hair growth. One study in particular showed that exosomes derived from human dermapapilla cells promoted hair growth in cultured human hair follicles and augmented the hair inductive capacity of cultured dermapapilla spheres. Growth factors were increased along with hair shaft elongation in cultured human hair follicles, revealing that exosomes derived from dermapapilla cells promote hair growth and hair regeneration. There's another study that shows that exosomes derived from mesenchymal stem cells activate the dermapapilla cell in vitro and promotes hair follicle conversion from telogen to the anagen phase. The study also mentions that dermapapilla cell proliferation is necessary for the hair growth of the hair follicles, and the mesenchymal stem cell exosomes have shown to induce significant proliferation of dermapapilla cells at rates as robust as those found for minoxidil. Dermapapilla cells are capable of releasing growth factors that direct epithelial cells to proliferate as well, leading to hair shaft growth and acceleration of hair regeneration. There's multiple studies that show that exosomes regulate hair follicle development and growth. So without a doubt, exosomes are, obviously they're extremely beneficial in promoting hair growth. And currently there are several doctors in the US who are testing out exosomes for treating hair loss. If you guys know of David Demuzio, he recently published a YouTube video with Dr. McGrath on exosomes. And Dr. McGrath actually received exosome injections called Exoflow on his scalp, I think after his hair transplant, and it actually did show some promising results. Now, Exoflow is the exosome therapy manufactured by Thread Biologics, and they claim to deliver a minimum of 10 billion exosomes per milliliter per treatment. There's another hair restoration doctor, Dr. Ken Williams, who is also conducting a trial of Exoflow, which uses exosomes originating from placenta-derived mesenchymal stem cells. There's a lot of other clinics, a lot of other doctors that are testing out exosomes more and more. So overall, I think this therapy is very promising as it is the purest form of cellular therapy. It does have the capability to definitely regrow miniaturized hairs, but I don't think it's going to be a cure for hair loss in the sense that a Norwood 7 is going to go to a Norwood 1 or Norwood 2. But I think it's going to be a good source of treatment that requires less maintenance than current mainstream treatments. And I say this as of yet because we don't have much information when it comes to exosomes. But the good news is that current mainstream treatments such as minoxidil and finasteride provide short-term improvement and discontinuing results in rapid hair loss. So something like exosomes may be a novel strategy with hopefully long-term efficacy. Now, it's also a relatively safe procedure. Safety and tolerability of mesenchymal stem cells derived exosomes are something that we do know, and since exosomes are an acellular product, there won't be any rejection or any inflammatory response. But this therapy is, like I said, still relatively new, and we don't know exactly, we don't know for how long these results are going to last. We don't know the proper dosages, and more clinical testing is going to be required. It's also relatively expensive right now, at least initially, costing anywhere from a couple thousand to upwards to 3,000, 4,000 for just 2 milliliters of treatment, and possibly more for higher dosages. And at these prices, these are pretty much prices where you can actually get a hair transplant in some countries, but the prices will fall later down the road, somewhere around what PRP is going for as it goes mainstream. There's a lot of studies and research that's ongoing, but overall it sounds like something that is promising. One thing that I will mention is that with current stem cell treatment therapy, it's going to require treatment every few months or a couple years. So it's definitely not going to be like a one-time treatment, but rather it's going to require continuous treatment over time. But I hope that, we get some promising news in the near future and that we can use it in conjunction with other hair loss treatments. So that's all for today. If you guys have any questions, please make sure to leave us in comments below. Let me know what your thoughts are on exosomes for treating hair loss, and I will talk to you guys in my next video, hopefully tomorrow, where I will be talking about my second hair transplant journey procedure or progress. Currently, I think tomorrow will be my day 48 or so. So stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave me some comments in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.